Hello. It has been quite a while. This feels really weird sitting down to talk to a camera. The last time I put a video up was what, July or something like that. So like 6 months ago. Oh, where to begin? It's currently February the 2nd, which means I'm 11 days off of being 1 year post-op. And yeah, I just kind of recently got back into using my Instagram again to update everybody. I was speaking to some people who said they would like to see an update from me. So yeah, here I am doing my 1 year post-op update, even though I'm still like 11 days off of 1 year. I reckon that it's close enough to be talking about it now. I'll just begin where I always do. Wow, what's my hair doing? It's looking very ginger for some reason, I don't know. Anyway, I'll begin where I always do, which is with my stats, if I can remember them. Let's go. I am 32 years old now. I was only 31 the last time I made a video. I'm 32 years old now. I'm 5 feet 5 inches tall. My highest recorded weight was in December of 2017, and that was 16 stone 7 pounds, which is 231 pounds, I believe. My weight on day of surgery, which was the 13th of February 2018, was 15 stone 3, I think. I'll have to go back and look at previous videos and see what I'd written down underneath there. But I think that was 213 pounds. My goal weight was 10 stone dead, which is 140 pounds. And I'd hoped that I would hit that after a year. So yeah, in November last year, so November 2018, I did hit that goal. And so that was great. I was like, yes, maintenance, I will maintain that 10 stone weight, which I did like over Christmas and New Year. Obviously I allowed myself to eat kind of less healthy things, and I did maintain that 10 stone. I fluctuated between 10 stone and kind of 10 stone 2, which is fine. I think for maintenance I'm quite happy to fluctuate like a couple of pounds either side, but that was fine. So I did maintain over Christmas and New Year at 140 pounds or so. But then in January, for some reason, I don't know how, I just dropped another 6 pounds. So I got down to 9 stone 8 pounds, which is 132, no, is that right? No, 134 pounds? Yeah, 134 pounds. And since then I have gained back a pound, so I'm sitting at 9 stone 9 just now, which is 135 pounds. I recently went on, I got a new phone and I downloaded my MyFitnessPal and Fitbit apps and all that again. And when I logged into MyFitnessPal, it gave me a new goal. So I'd kind of put in that I wanted to just maintain, but it gave me a kind of recommended weight for my height, which was 9 stone 2.6 pounds or something. So I have set that as like a new goal, but I'm going into it with a mindset of, if I get down to 9 stone 2, that is great, but I'm quite happy to fluctuate basically anywhere between 9 stone 2 and 10 stone. So I'm giving myself like a 12 pounds kind of leeway for life generally. But I'm honestly, the feeling of being 9 stone 9, like having lost that kind of extra 5 pounds, feels so much different to being 10 stone, which is crazy because it's like not that big a difference, and you'd think that the biggest difference I would feel would be that first kind of 6.5 stone. Excuse me, sorry, I just ate a Pop-Tart, well, half a Pop-Tart, and I have this other half just sitting here looking at me, and I kind of want to eat it, but it's giving me some serious stomach rumbles. Healthy eating. Yeah, you'd think that that first 6.5 stone would be where I really felt like such a big difference, but actually I felt the most difference in this latest 5 pounds. When I got to my target, I was like, great, I've hit my target, like seeing the numbers was brilliant, I haven't hit it, but I just still didn't feel as confident as I thought I was going to. But then having lost this latest 5 pounds, I've kind of got a little boost, and I don't know, it's just weird that I feel so much better after this last few pounds lost than I have done. Not that I haven't felt good, I felt really good losing like the big amount of weight, but I don't know, just this last little bit just has really made a big difference for some reason. So I asked on Instagram for a couple of questions, just on my Instagram story, that maybe you guys would like to hear answered. So I got 2 questions, which to be fair is more than I thought I was going to get because nobody ever asks me questions. So I got 2 questions, and the first one was, what are the best and worst things about having the VSG surgery? So I think the worst, I'll start with worst and go on to best. I think the worst thing for me has been, like, in the early days, that mental hunger. So I still very much felt like I wanted to eat all the bad things, and obviously I physically couldn't do it. But as the years gone on, like, I have definitely kind of got over that. I still get the mental hunger, but I'm not as bothered about it, because especially now hitting maintenance, I feel like I can eat like kind of not so great stuff from time to time. So I haven't felt like I've missed out. And I'm quite happy. Like, I'm used to my small portion sizes now. I'm happy with that. And so if I do get that mental hunger where I fancy something really sweet, for example a Pop-Tart that I'm eating right now, which is not great, but if I get that mental hunger, then I'm quite happy that I can, you know, have something like that and be satisfied and continue on eating kind of semi-healthily, having eaten something kind of not so good. So yeah, the mental hunger was definitely not great. I mean, obviously the kind of downsides as well in the early days were things like the injections I had to give myself in my stomach for DVT, you know, having the gas pains. It's not a fun time to kind of heal from it and everything, but ultimately it's been worth it, and that I would say that is the best thing about having the surgery, is that I have managed to lose the weight I wanted to lose. I have gained confidence from it. I do feel great. I'm healthier. I'm starting to get fitter. Yeah, it's the pluses outweigh the negatives tenfold, and I would do it all again, because it's been absolutely just the best thing, or one of the best things that I've ever done for myself. And yeah, I'm really pleased. So the other question that I got was, am I considering plastics? So this is something I've been kind of toying with just recently, not to the stage where I'm ready to like book anything, or I'm not even really looking into it that seriously. I've just kind of begun to think about the idea. So obviously, having lost such a large amount of weight, I'm on like 96 pounds lost or something just now, nearly 7 stone. I do have loose skin. So I have loose skin in my arms here, like all that I'm grabbing right there, that is just skin, and then my actual arm is like, you can't even see because I've got a jumper on, but I do have like the loose skin here. My breasts are just basically, I keep saying that they're like a tennis ball in a sock. That's what they're like. And it's a struggle to like find a bra that holds them in place, because if I get one that's like a plunge or something, they'll just like slide right out the side. I can also just like pick up the loose skin and make my breasts into a little cup, which is just fantastic. My stomach as well is obviously covered in loose skin, not only from losing the weight, but through having a child as well. I have a lot of stretch marks from when I was pregnant. And then my thighs as well are probably what bother me the most, aside from my breasts. I'm debating a breast uplift. I haven't looked into it in any sort of great depth, but I think that's probably the one that I would go for. And somebody else in my family has spoken to a surgeon recently about thigh lift, and the surgeon she spoke to did say that it's like one of the more difficult ones to heal. You have to be completely still afterwards. There's the incisions can be prone to what he calls unzipping, where they just burst open. And to be honest, my legs don't bother me enough to warrant that. The other thing that puts me off getting any sort of plastic surgery is the fact that I scar badly. So I'm prone to keloid scarring. I had a big keloid on my back, which I had removed, and then it came back even bigger. One of my incision scars from surgery is a keloid. Thankfully the other 4 seem to be kind of okay, maybe slightly thicker than a regular scar, but I only really have one that's gone into like a proper keloid. So my worry is that if I have plastics, then with those big incisions I will end up with a quite extensive keloid scarring, which I don't really want, and there isn't really any way to know whether that'll happen or not. So it's something to think about. I'm not massively, like I'm not desperate for plastics right now. It's just something that I would potentially like done. I would like for my breasts to be lifted. I don't want implants or anything like that. I would like them just to be lifted and be small, and that suits me fine. But I don't want to end up with really big keloid scars all around my breasts. So it's something to think about. Maybe in the future I will go and speak to a surgeon about it, see what they say. But ultimately, as I said, there's really no way of knowing whether I would scar that way or whether I wouldn't, and I don't know if it's a risk that I would want to take. So I feel like I've done really well this year. I've hit my goal, I've surpassed it. I am now wearing like a size 10 clothes, sometimes an 8, sometimes not an 8, as I discovered recently when I thought, oh hey, these size 10 jeans are quite loose, I'll try on an 8, and the 8 did not fit me. But size 10 I'm quite happy with. So yeah, size 10, sometimes an 8, in the 9 stone bracket, which is just crazy to me. And yeah, I'm feeling really good, and I'm not obsessively tracking calories anymore. I've kind of got my routine down. I'm allowing myself some more treats and things within reason, obviously, because I don't want to start gaining back. But I'm just generally quite happy with where I am, and that's really why I haven't been updating or anything like that, because I feel like I haven't really had much to say, because I've just been living life and doing boring things, and there's not really been anything to update on, because I'm now just a person living a kind of semi-normal life, eating semi-normal portions of things. And yeah, it's maybe another thing to talk about is like portion size now. Obviously in the very beginning I was only managing like a couple of teaspoonfuls of things. Towards the middle, like the last time I made a video, I think I could eat maybe 3 ounces. And there are some days still where I can barely eat anything at all, and there are some days where I can eat like half of a thin and crispy pizza. Okay, it takes me like 45 minutes or something like that, which probably is not that long for somebody with a sleeve. But yeah, some days I can do that, no bother. Other days I could eat 1 small slice of pizza, or like just my regular 3 ounces of like some sort of meat and cheese for lunch or something. But yeah, restriction varies from day to day. I've just realised that like I've talked about Pop-Tarts and pizza so far. I swear that I eat like a varied diet, like I eat a balance of things. But yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I eat half a pizza and it's totally fine. So yeah, the restriction is there. Some days not so much, but it all kind of generally balances out, and I've been able to maintain it and even lose, so I'm happy with kind of what I'm doing. So yeah, so I think that's pretty much everything. I hope that you all enjoyed this, and kind of it's nice to be back again and interacting. So leave a comment down below, let me know how you're doing. Thanks to Grace for kind of prompting me to make this video. I will link her channel down below as well. And yes, it's nice to be talking about it again. I'm not sure when I'll make another video, because as I said, I feel like I'm just kind of living life now. I don't know that there's really much to update on. But yeah, if you have any questions for me, anything you would like to know that I haven't covered already, ask it down below so I can make another video answering all your questions. If there's anything you'd like to see, like I don't know if you want to see like a scar update. But yeah, but other than that, I think that's it. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to leave all your questions and stuff down below. And I'll see you at some point. But I'm just going to go and get on living life and having a good time. Bye.